Welcome back to Hot Take Sports, episode 122. A full episode, Leo. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good.
Finally
Good
get to have
be
you
back.
ODOT finally conformed to our schedule. We
More
appreciate
like
that.
Mother Nature conformed.
Not important.
How
about that?
I'm about to say Leo will be busy tomorrow and Friday with the snow.
Yeah. Supposed to get like 3 to 6 inches between Thursday and Friday. Stop.
That's a lot of snow.
That is a
snow.
lot. That's too much, some would say.
You could, yeah, that's an exuberant amount of snow. Actually,
It's about triple the amount of snow that you need.
almost too much snow.
Yeah, it's a bit much, but hey. Nothing we can't handle.
So how's the night shift been treating you, Leo?
Pretty good, actually. It's been nice. I personally like it better than days right now because I'm
You get to
young.
sit around and watch.
And
I'm
like,
just kidding.
I mean,
If you said joke too many times.
disclaimer,
My
I
bad.
did watch Creed 3 last night. Oh, wait, not that
Bingo.
joke, not anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
It's more.
Same difference.
Yeah.
We got you.
That was like the time Matt and I worked in overnight and had Domino's at midnight. It's like, was that last night or this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a horrid idea.
It was.
But yeah.
We also had a chocolate peanut butter coffee monster, and that was the worst mistake of my entire life.
Yep.
Chocolate.
Yes.
Peanut butter.
Was it like a Java?
Java.
one? Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know what went through my mind when I bought that.
So it was.
But I know
it's
it
still
went right
caffeine,
through me.
right? Oh,
Oh, I had a lot of
duh.
caffeine. Yeah, that was the point.
It was the day before Thanksgiving and we decided to work in overnight. That's what was through our head.
That was fine.
What, last year?
2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah,
That would have
because
been
last
when
year I was
we were
working.
freshmen in college.
Yeah, because last year I was working overnights up until Black Friday. That was fun. Clayton, how are you?
I'm good. Couple long days back to back. Getting back into the swing of things with our OTC. I woke up at 3:45 on Tuesday and couldn't fall back asleep. So yesterday was a little bit of a rough one, but that's okay. We powered through. It was a 2 coffee and a monster day. So got the job done, slept good last night, and happy to be back.
W.
Not Dan Campbell if he doesn't have a big old lip of chew in Brady.
Well, yeah, but Dan Campbell is the guy that drinks like 2 massive coffees per day. And
With
just,
like 2 double shots of espresso
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
like
he
it's
just,
like
like,
1,100
ate-
milligrams of caffeine or something like that.
every single day. That
Which
is
human
wild.
ingests that much.
I'll trade 2 for him right now.
I'll trade two.
Speaking of the Lions, let's talk to
Uh,
our resident Lions fan, Isaac. How are you doing?
Good.
We did have
A man
2
of
games
many
in the
words.
playoffs, so-
Yeah, he had 2
like,
chances.
Like he got a mini fridge today and it's already full. He'll never have to leave
There
his
you go.
desk again.
I could have just given you mine. I mean, it's there, but there's nothing in it.
Yeah, dude, you should have just asked. I have one in my basement that I bought a couple years ago that I don't use anymore.
Guys, let him be proud of his purchase. My goodness.
No.
impulse buy. Should have
Every
asked around.
20-year-old boy needs a mini fridge. That's just how it works.
Yeah, that's very true. I have a better
You've got a mini
has
fridge.
freezer
you
to
got
it
a
now.
mini fridge. I've got a mini fridge.
I
Now
got
he's got a
one.
mini fridge. Doesn't matter if you use it or
Does,
not.
does yours have a freezer?
It's got the ice in the top right corner.
It's pretty
That's
trash.
Does yours have a freezer?
freeze.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
just a small
So
one in
we
the
all
corner.
have fairly fancy.
But yeah,
Oh, so they have the same type of deal. 3 of us have like door freezers by the sounds of it.
yeah.
Regular.
Yep, mine is a
Yeah,
door.
and you know what sits in my freezer?
Nothing.
Popsicles that have melted and refrozen probably 40 times, and I will never eat.
Got popsicles.
Popsicles in my basement.
I mean,
No, they're so
All
deformed.
right.
They're in shambles. Isaac did add a piece to our set, at least for the day. I don't know
For
if
the
it's
day.
staying here, but
It's not.
he said no, it's mine.
So who
It's a
signed
Lions
it?
helmet. Marco Polo.
yeah, because we were trying to guess.
Down the old Silk Road.
I was close. Something Rodriguez. I don't know.
Yes.
Linebacker for the Lions.
I'll put 'em-
I think it was her name. Brady, how you doing?
Doing good. Just keeping it rolling. Doing a whole lot of nothing. Got my new
Imagine.
monitor though. That was my
There you go.
purchase.
That's a good one.
Happy with it. That's all I got.
Back in the swing of things, doing good. Work, school, coaching, trying to coach.
Big
we're,
emphasis on the try.
we're in a great phase right now.
Yeah,
what was
we
I gonna
play.
say? We play.
What's-
I didn't have 2 out of my 3 classes today because our building had no heat. And So we showed up for our first class at 8 a.m. It was between 55 and 60 degrees in the room. Powered through and then came home. So easy day. So wow, that was English. But let's drop.
It's okay, sweetie. We believe in you.
Charm. Third time's the charm.
Sounds like I brought the brain cells up on this couch again, huh?
He spends too much time with me.
Just gonna put this here. We're gonna need it eventually.
How's it going? How are we doing?
I just got a mark last
We
week.
didn't lose any, but Brady definitely got one last week.
I got one last week.
Brady did bad enough last week that he got a whole episode named after himself by himself. That's how you know it was bad. That he even admitted to it.
Last week was rough, man.
Brady was on the struggle bus a little bit. That's
Got
for
to
sure.
show up to the yard better today. That's for sure.
I believe in you. Well, the good news is you had no emotional attachment to any football in the past week, so you could just watch
Yeah.
with only financial stakes
Yeah.
because you have a small addiction. Let's jump into Super Wildcard Weekend.
What about it?
We're about it. Shall we start with the Browns, the Patriots, or the Cowboys?
Let's start with the Patriots.
Yeah.
Because the Patriots probably had the most exciting week out of all three.
They
Yeah.
definitely had the most successful, that's for sure.
Yeah. That is a guarantee.
Oh my.
It was kind of
Yeah.
But yeah, we recorded Monday and talked a little bit about maybe Bill Belichick would be out, and Thursday, they mutually parted ways at good old high noon. Since then, we appointed Gerard Mayo, former first-round linebacker, as his successor, literally almost immediately, because as a person of color, he immediately follows the Rooney Rule. So we didn't have to wait to hire.
Did you pull the race card on your new hire?
Yes.
It sounds like the NFL has a race card rule. What?
Yeah, so you can't complete a coaching hire with unless you interview like 2 different races.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
like,
I
at
remember they
least-
put that rule in.
Or
yeah.
no, yeah.
I
If they
remember that.
I think
interview
it's one minority
non-white
candidate.
person.
That's why the Jets fired Robert Saleh. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I don't.
but
All
yeah,
right, maybe, but
because he was our first candidate, he could be our only candidate. So
okay. So I know this is
Yeah.
going to sound absolutely terrible
No.
when it comes out,
I'm back now. You're fine.
but would interviewing a woman for the head coaching job count as interviewing somebody else, or is it strictly race related?
that's a really
I think the rule is it has to be a minority candidate.
Or
I think is
yeah.
how they approach that.
Just
That-
one.
so
right?
I believe
One
it's
minority
just-
But there's-
candidate?
literally one.
But there's no female coaches, so that counts as a minority candidate, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but there
'cause
are
you would
now,
they're
there's
in the
now
minority
female
of coaches.
within the staff, like assistant coaches.
well, there's diverse coaches
Yeah.
all over the different
Yeah.
staffs, but I'm just
You
saying,
know,
I'm just throwing it out there. I just didn't know.
NFL,
Yeah.
get back to us on that.
But yeah,
Whenever you have a chance.
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer.
but yeah, we met the Rooney Rule with our one and only candidate, so didn't have to really exert too much energy. Both Mayo and Kraft have been super coy about our GM search, which is an interesting time. But they officially interviewed him today. Very interesting interview. The dynamic is definitely going to be different than the last 24 years of Patriots football. I learned
You mean
today
they're not going to win 6 Super Bowls in 24 years?
that's not what I was going for. The man refers to like 94-year-old Robert Kraft as Thundercat. No shot. And anytime he referred to Robert Kraft during his press conference, he goes, "Oh well, Thunder here." I was like, "Please stop calling him Thunder."
They're going 0-16.
He's bringing the thunder, all right.
So, does this mean that Madden will now have Jared
Yes.
Mayo in the NFL as
Yes.
them as their head coach?
Instead of Peter
Please
Griffin.
tell me Bill Belichick
Peter Gaffney.
instead of Peter Griffin.
It's basically Peter Griffin.
I really hope they put Belichick. Like Belichick gives them the rights, and they just put him in free agency as a coach.
He'll be like Michael Stauffer of NBA. He'll just be like the extra
Yeah,
guy
he's
that's
like-
maxed out
Yeah,
stats.
he's
You're
just
like, that's
really
the
good.
guy.
And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna throw like
Bill
4 mil.
Belichick gives into the player coaches union now after an entire career of not doing so. That would be,
I'm in.
but
I'd make that
Oh.
trade.
but no, there was it was a really interesting time because he dropped a quote on diversity as well.
His
But-
entire first interview was all about diversity.
I didn't
we,
even watch
we
it.
can start there. I didn't either. I saw 3 different quotes, and that's all he talked about was being black. Not that that's
Well, yeah.
no, that was such an awful way to say that, but
You know,
It
but you're
seemed-
right. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you're
like
the one
he
that's on
brought
the struggle
everything
bus this
back
week. It's just
to-
spreading.
race, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of circled back. He did
doesn't
make
need
a
to be
joke
about
though
race.
after Kraft messed up one of his brother's names, which was really funny.
But that's funny. But also some reporter asked him about if he sees color. I'm like,
Yeah.
was that really necessary?
like who?
Yeah,
Come on.
Kraft,
Like it-
Kraft went with the I don't see color, I hire the best people. And Mayo gave the exact opposite answer.
Yeah, flipped him the
The-
bird and said, "I do see color."
The face Kraft made was certainly interesting.
Well, that's because Kraft is media trained aggressively and is like, "This is what I'm taught to say," for the last 40 years. Well, let's see,
30.
Kraft's been there for 112, which means the first 90 or so of it he was allowed to say stuff like so. At least the last 20 years he's been media trained for that.
Been there for 30. What you got, Leo? Sorry.
What? I didn't think I have anything.
Oh, it sounded like you were
You
gonna
just
say
thought you were
something, we
saying-
started talking.
I was gonna, but I decided against it.
Yeah,
Better judgment.
I'm trying not to make jokes too. It's okay.
Better judgment.
Yeah.
Like a black guy named Mayo. I'm just
Uh-huh.
saying.
Maybe him and Will
Kraft
Levis
and
can get
Mayo.
together and make a nice Hellman.
Kraft Mayo.
Oh my God! Yes. Well, did you like my joke in the group chat where it was like it was pretty difficult to mess up Hellman's?
yeah, okay. That one. When you were talking about the brothers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. Not the one about NBA. Then we'll get to that part, but that was yeah.
The other thing I was laughing about was when Brady said something along the lines of, "Yeah, it's going to be different in the Patriots organization for the last 24 years." I'm just like, well, yeah, your coach is black. It's the first time ever.
Yeah, it is. It really is. I'm excited to see how it goes. How it ends up.
So he's not going to be like D'Amico Ryans, get a team that shouldn't have made the playoffs into the divisional game
He could.
this year.
He could
Well,
potentially.
Giving off the same energy or no?
talk to me in about mid-May when we've gone through free agency and the draft, and then
No, that's no fun. Come on.
Oh, Brady thinks they're drafting the next CJ Stroud. So
Who?
Drake May
He's not going to be available.
at 3.
Yeah, the Bears are going to trade back. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, but if that's the Commanders that trade up,
What?
No.
No, it's not going to be the Commanders that trade up.
Who do they
Somebody's
trade
going
up
to
for?
leapfrog
They
you
got
guys
Sam
and get
Howell.
number 1. You guys are going to pick the McDaniels kid.
that would be a change if the Patriots took Jalen McDaniels.
I think that's
Yeah,
what'll
they-
happen. I think you guys will end up with McDaniels
I get
Yeah.
there.
because the Bears have 4 too, right?
no, the Bears have like 9 to 10.
So
No,
who's at number 4?
The Cardinals.
They take Marvin Harrison.
if he's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't think the Bears are going to pass up Marvin Harrison. That's why
I don't think the
they
Bears are
do
going
that.
to take him first overall, though. They might
Well, they
see
take
what.
him too when Commanders trade up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might see that,
And the Bears
or they just might full send and be like, "Sure, come on down."
And the Bears are the team that traded up from 3 to 2 to get Mitch Trubisky. So
And you guys are going to trade back and select a defensive tackle.
the Bears still might trade Fields.
I can't believe that.
Who would want him?
Will.
Crazy
I know
question.
they could,
Crazy
but I don't-
question. I don't think that there's a team out there that would give up enough for you could argue an unproven Justin Fields for as much as the Bears would want for him.
Supposedly the Falcons are offering the 8th pick.
Hmm.
And what else? That's the thing. They're not just
Nothing.
offering the 8th pick. There's got to be a lot more to that.
no,
Does there? Where was Fields drafted?
11.
15. Or
Matt
no, you guys
15,
picked at
Fields
15. He was
11.
picked at 11.
Yeah, because Fields was like top 3,
Yeah,
and
you
then
were
they
crying
found
at
something
11.
wrong
I
with like
was
his
crying at
heart.
11. That is true.
They found something on like an underlying heart condition or something, and then everyone just started passing on him.
You get both.
And, yeah,
Yeah,
Everything,
I don't know. We'll
everything
see.
comes back to draft day. Everything.
yes,
Tight. It all comes back to draft.
of course. We're talking about draft day.
We'll put it as an option. So, anyways, Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, my game
Right.
is Sunday. Whew.
Yeah, you get to wait a little
One
bit.
day away. All right.
Texans 45, Browns 14.
That was
Initial reactions from non-Browns fans.
That was personally shocking.
It
That
was
they
shocking.
put a 45 spot on your defense.
On the best defense in the league, one of the best defenses in NFL history.
There was a lot
Held
of
together
shocks.
by shoelaces and
Duct tape.
Dollar General zip ties, but
Yeah.
a
It
couple
was,
pieces of like fruit stripe gum.
I mean, I anticipated Flacco to like whop, like not throw for 300 and a half and 3 touchdowns and a half like he did half of the games he played in for them. But I expected him to still be decent. But I mean, when I looked at the play-by-play, because we were obviously at Van Loo,
Game.
but I looked, and when I saw the 2 pick sixes in like the minute and a half span, I'm like, oh.
Well, that first pick six was the turning point.
Because I just didn't. I mean, we didn't watch it obviously,
Well,
but
I got to watch some of it while I was at work, but I was really surprised by how poorly Flacco played. I don't know if it just finally caught up to him or what, but the Texans defense that showed up last week and the Texans defense that showed up like 3 weeks beforehand, 2 totally different teams.
yeah, I would.
CJ Stroud makes that team. a
No,
whole nother
D'Amico
level.
Ryans makes that.
Yeah,
team. I
that
think
too.
D'Amico Ryan is the like 85% of the reason of why they're in the playoffs and playing good football.
It's D'Amico Ryan
Sure, but
and CJ Stroud.
Stroud's hitting.
Yeah, Stroud's
Darts.
playing great. I mean,
He's
even the
throwing darts.
Texans defense is doing great. Like I said with D'Amico Ryans.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get a good defense, like there's like no names really on that defense. The only person I know is Will Anderson, who they went back to back for, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
'cause-
traded up to
yeah,
back to back.
They got Stroud at
2,
at
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah, and then they traded back up for 3. Yeah. Because wasn't Stroud's hoping that they got JSN, that they were trading back up or
Yeah.
something like that? And he's like, I guess we'll take him too, because they were both sitting there at that point. But
Boy, imagine a core of Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Jackson Smith.
that is what. Just
Terrifying.
imagine
That'd be
just the
crazy.
name Nico Collins and Noah Brown. Like, how I don't know how that is working for the Texans, like personally, just because Nico Collins didn't do anything last year, right?
He was injured.
That's,
was saying,
Was he hurt?
He was injured all year.
Because if Tank Dell was still
well,
healthy,
Anything the Texans did last year in terms of skill position players is subjective to the fact that it
Yeah.
was Davis Mills.
yeah.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
Anything important?
No, probably not.
Okay.
Nothing I would watch.
Do we want to open it to the other two now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
that's
for it. I
nice.
don't have much to say anymore.
I'll start first, Clayton.
Go for it.
I think the injuries finally caught up to us.
Oh, here come the excuses.
Oh, jeez.
It didn't matter.
That's my line. That's my line.
Brady, you finished 11th place in fantasy. You don't get to make any hand motions like that.
What was the hand motion?
He
I
said,
did choose you as,
Oh.
as the excuse train.
excuse
Yeah.
train.
Batonio got hurt in the game with her ankle, so he came back and then was battling with that. And then, yeah,
Your watch is locked, by the way.
I know.
Is that all you got?
Unlock it. You have it locked.
I don't know.
All right. Anyways,
You got anything
Yeah.
else? Or?
He's just
we're
fine.
blaming
Flat-
the injuries.
The
Sure.
Flacco magic ran out.
So he's no longer franchise quarterback Joe Flacco anymore. You're ready to
I'd
kick
still
him back
play
to
him
his couch.
personally.
Yeah,
No.
He's even sleeper race with Joe
I'm
Flacco.
ready to hand him a clipboard so that way he's our backup next year.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
you
ready
need
to
Yes.
to just teach Deshaun Watson how to play football and not touch women.
You think he's gonna listen to anyone?
Who?
Deshaun Watson.
No,
He's too
but
far in
I
his
mean-
career. He ain't listening to a dude like Joe Flacco.
They gotta bring in Dabo Sweeney to be the OC. That'll listen. bring the college coach in there. Be like, all right,
No.
figure it out.
What, make a ramp in First Energy Stadium for Debo to run down?
Oh yeah, might as well.
There you go.
Okay.
Sure.
Athlete speed demon.
You can go, Clayton.
I got a couple things. I'm not really upset that we lost the game. I'm just kind of disappointed that we got blown out like we did. At the end of the day, this team probably shouldn't have made the playoffs anyway. So, and I said that on the podcast too. Like anything from making the playoffs forward is just kind of icing on the cake. Joe Flacco still threw for 300 yards, but I would argue that the Browns defense didn't give up 45. They gave up 31, and then Joe Flacco throwing 2 picks lost us the game. It doesn't matter if you throw 300 yards. You can't throw 2 pick sixes. It's not you're not going to win games like that. But David Njoku's had a good game. There are some positives to take away. Like I said, he still threw for 300 yards. David Njoku had almost 100 receiving yards. Just gave up a couple big plays offensively and defensively. Yeah.
You guys got
I
cooked on
think
some
that
of
Joe
those
Flacco's
plays.
done enough to earn a 1-year contract to bring him back. We kick PJ Walker to the curb, bring back DTR, and obviously, I don't care if Deshaun Watson has one arm. We're guaranteeing him $230 million, so he's going to get out there and play. And in other Browns news, since we're on the topic of our team, we fired our offensive coordinator, tight ends coach, and running backs coach today, which really kind of surprised me. Not good enough under Kevin, I guess. I don't know. Tight ends coach, I mean, I don't get it. David Njoku kind of came into his own. You could argue that he's starting to blossom into one of the league's best tight ends, especially in like the last 6 games. He played great.
Oh yeah, you can definitely argue that.
Yeah, back half of the season he was really good.
If anything, we need to fire our entire athletic training staff. That's where we should have started. But like,
Yep.
I would
you
agree
know,
with that.
But like I said, I'm not really disappointed that we lost. I'm just disappointed that we got blown out. So that's not great. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't have made it this far anyway. So
The one
Schittsburg
thing
got
I
blown-
will add
Schittsburg
on,
lost too, so it's okay. Makes
Yeah.
me feel a little
one
better.
thing I will add on to the offensive coordinator, I think they're going to go after Bill O'Brien just because he knows Deshaun a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, was he his offensive coordinator or head coach in Houston?
He was the head coach.
Right.
And how'd that
those
work out
and
for
the
them?
GM.
They were fine. They made the divisional a couple times when they were there.
Until he traded DeAndre Hopkins. And then Watson got accused, and then Bill O'Brien got fired.
Yeah, their franchise hit a brick wall. Hard.
Oh yeah.
And they came out okay.
Dougie Mills and Tom Savage to the rescue, man.
But that's who played the night game on Saturday.
That was the Dolphins and Chiefs. Not much
Right,
to
that was
talk
the
about
cold
in that
one.
game in general.
Tua sucks in cold weather.
Yeah, the Dolphins
Tua's
are bad when it's
mid.
cold. It was the 4th coldest game
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
our time in NFL
But-
history, I believe.
We all saw the
Everything
video
was
where they
freezing.
took the water bottle out of the freezer and it froze
Yeah.
instantly in that guy's hand.
Yeah, that was a cool video. Did you guys see the picture of
The beer.
Oh no, I was talking
Oh.
about Andy Reid's mustache.
Oh yeah.
Did you see?
I saw the beer,
fly
Leo,
over
too.
and
If
it
that's
was
what
like
you're
an
talking
otter
about.
with like. Yeah.
With his
Are you talking about the Michelob that had like pieces of it frozen on top?
Yeah, where it just like looked like it was just slowly just expanding out
Yeah, it
because
was
they
still-
opened
Yep.
it, took like one drink maybe, and then it just exploded like out. Yeah.
Yeah, if you weren't shotgunning it was over.
Yeah,
No, if you weren't,
screwed.
yeah, if you weren't like
Yeah,
drinking
like an
that
electric
through the screen in the cooler, you were like, yeah.
game over.
There's an icy.
It's not even a cooler, it's a warmer at that point. That's
Yeah.
there to
Yeah.
keep the drinks warm.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I think set at
Andy-
32 and it feels great in
Oh.
there.
Andy Reid's mustache might go in the meme Hall of Fame.
Put it on your
Sure.
I'll
list.
buy that.
It could.
Before we change off though, are you guys in or out on Tua?
I'm in.
Seems a little
It-
soft for my
It's
liking.
been a little iffy, and they
I mean, yeah, they haven't been great, but
well,
His upside is just so high, man, especially with all the weapons that they have around him.
Yeah.
I don't think that
They're-
there's any reason to look for a replacement at this point.
Not
yeah,
yet. at
statistically
least.
still one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, but 1-6 against teams above 500 is still a little.
But is that all his fault? I mean, the Dolphins' defense has never been known as amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, but they definitely took a step forward this year. They didn't really have any blow up games other than against Baltimore.
And Baltimore did that to the Niners too.
And Baltimore did that
Baltimore
to
did that to
just
a lot
about
of teams.
everyone.
Yeah.
Except for the Browns, we split with them.
Outside of the AFC North.
True.
They blew us out with DTR, but that plan was never going to work out anyway. So
The Ravens only had 4 losses all year, right? They were 13-4.
yeah, and
Yeah.
2 of them were 2 divisional opponents.
3 of them. They lost to the Steelers both times.
They lost to the Steelers, swept
They
them.
lost to the Steelers twice.
Yeah.
You guys once. They lost to the Colts in overtime on the
Yeah.
field goal fest.
Yes.
I will say Lamar didn't play the last time they played.
Well,
yeah,
that game was
yeah.
Last week
10
against
when I
Steelers
checked
doesn't-
And it was rainy too. Like the weather was crap.
And a lot of the Bills to have a better playoff.
It was
better
week
playoff game for them.
17. It
Yeah.
didn't count.
Yeah.
I said it was week 17. It
Yeah,
didn't
it
count.
was
or week
yeah.
18 for
What,
game
whichever
17,
one it
whatever.
was.
Yeah.
I mean, they had the 1 seed already, so
Yeah, they were done.
I still think the Ravens week 18 would have beat the Browns week 18. That was the week 18 Browns were a wild group.
Yeah.
Jeff Driscoll.
Yeah, yeah.
While we're talking about week 18, there was some stakes in our group for week 18. If you take a look behind me, there's this little white board and it says long-term takes on it. And the one at the bottom says Howell versus Jones for a better QBR. I believe it was a bet between Leo and Brady. And you guys can either. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna spoil what it was. Oh, I don't know when you guys made it. But the loser had to make a purchase, and you guys will see that eventually. Or you can go back through the archives and find what we're talking about.
or you can just look up the QBR and see what it has.
Well, I mean, you'll know who won, but spoiler alert: Brady was for Mac Jones. It didn't work out very well for him.
Yeah.
No.
It didn't work
Even
out
with
very well
Matt
for the
getting
Patriots
benched,
either.
Sam Howell couldn't
yeah,
drop
next-
his QBR enough.
Next time I make that bet, I'll have to make sure I throw in if they get benched first, that means it's an automatic L.
Well, we
It didn't
both would
matter.
have lost.
No.
He said benched
No.
first.
First.
Yeah. Yours was benched about like 4 weeks before Howell was benched.
Yeah,
So-
the last couple of weeks made it interesting. I had you going one day. It was really funny.
yeah, he's like, you will do
He
me.
goes, come on, hey, come on, hey.
He was trying to egg me on. I was like, I'm just letting you know now. Everyone will know who the worst quarterback is
Yeah.
between the two.
Yeah, it's been ordered. Coming.
Yeah, it sucks to draft a quarterback in the first round. They don't work out, doesn't it, Brady?
Neither do fourth round
Yeah, it
quarterbacks.
sucks, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. I was like, you're gonna have to fill me in on this one. Speaking of Dak Prescott,
Yeah, it's
We'll
not
just let
fun,
it
is
happen.
it, Brady?
Packers 48,
Happens.
Cowboys respectable 32.
No, it was not a
Okay.
respectable 32.
Dak still threw for 40 yards. Most of it was garbage time, but
Brady
that's
has a
still an
losing team.
impressive showing.
Anyway,
In the end.
All right, we let the Browns fans go
Yeah, you
last.
guys
So
go. I
you,
don't really- I ain't going.
anybody got anything?
Jordan Love showed up to play, man. They showed up and they were ready to go from the start. It's they're
did
what
say
what
something.
else can I say? They just played a great
On
game.
camera.
That was the first place I was gonna go with asking about Jordan Love.
He's a
Yeah.
changed man.
Jordan
Finished
Love.
150.
He still failed the eye test. Relax until I see him play in person.
2 years
He's
ago.
failed the eye test, but he played a good game. It's hard to argue with results, and Dallas was a good team, and obviously because they were the 2 seed, and he went in there and played a good game.
You do know the eye test just means watching him, right? It doesn't have
Yeah.
to be.
No,
in
the eye
person.
test is in
your eye.
person.
No,
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever makes
that's
you
how the eye test works.
Eric,
Yep.
let me see if I can find their opponents for you, so you can figure out where you gotta go to next year to watch.
I'm not.
Hey
going
Brady,
to
crazy
away
idea.
tickets.
I know they'll be playing in
for the
Detroit.
Browns.
There you
Oh yeah, there's that.
Oh,
but-
this year.
And Detroit is like an hour and a half from where I live, right?
That's crazy.
Why would you go to the closed option? That's just boring.
All right.
Detroit's-
Anyways,
3/4 of a brain cell,
yeah,
ladies.
the Cowboys fell into the exact same boat as the Browns to me for a team that has been built on their defense all year and talked about how amazing their defense is all year. And we've always talked about it. I mean, they had 7 interceptions for touchdowns from one player.
6.
Was it 6?
Yeah, 5 was a tie, and 6 was the
There you go.
record.
You're right. Micah Parsons is one of the best rushers in the league. Obviously, Trayvon Diggs was hurt, but Stephon Gilmore is a former Defense Player of the Year candidate, right? Did he ever
Defensive
actually win?
player of the year.
Did he win one?
Defensive
So,
player
yeah.
of the year.
hmm
I mean, plenty of pieces on that team, and they just disappeared in the playoffs.
Sucked.
I couldn't believe it.
The Cowboys way.
Your team lost worse. What do you?
Oh.
There was no expectation.
I'm about to
for
say,
our
leave me
team,
throw it
though.
back in my face, saying at least we make the playoffs.
While we are down talking
No, I'm
two
tired of just making
franchises,
the playoffs. I mean,
That's fair.
the Cowboys will be in Cleveland next year. So
yeah, I just don't know when.
no, I didn't even say it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's
I-
early enough in the
eyeball.
year so we can all go.
Oh, I'll go regardless.
Hopefully it's late so we can get some
What
do you
cold
want you
weather
guys out
dog
there?
pound in.
We'll all go. Then.
Basically,
Well, I said hopefully it's late so we can get some cold weather dog pound in. That's the place to be.
I'll
I'll
steal some from my dad so I can blend in.
I've never been to an NFL football game, so that'd be interesting.
I've been to one Cleveland game and one Lions game when the Cowboys played, and a Bengals game.
I've been to one Lions game and 4 Browns games, and that's all been since I've been in college.
I've been to one Browns game. It wasn't even at the Browns Stadium
I've been to
That's true. It was a home game in Detroit,
Yeah.
right?
for Buffalo.
It was
For
Buffalo.
Buffalo, yeah.
I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
to a Bengals game and 2 Browns games.
My team's 6.
Did you see the Patriots every time?
No, actually, the middle time I saw the Packers. That was when Deshaun Kaiser threw the OT interception.
That was
It was
that was
crazy.
during the 0-16 year, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that game. That was like one of the 2 games that they actually played well and could have won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was there, actually, now that you bring that up.
Yeah, that was like a group Christmas gift. We all went. That was a good time.
Was that the equivalent to getting coal in your stockings? You got to go to a Browns game.
During that era,
I mean, I
yeah.
just got to go. It was more because it was Browns Packers. At the time, Blake's a Packers fan. At the time, my sister was a
Experience.
Packers fan. My sister now qualifies herself as a Browns fan because she married into it. So
That's fair.
Yeah, might as well.
All right, Leo, we beat around the bush enough. Let us know.
There ain't no beating around the bush. I'm just gonna get
Give the
straight
rant.
to it.
Give the rant. You have 7
pretty
and a half
much,
minutes.
I agree with what Michael Irvin came out and said. Emmitt Smith came out and said, and even Jimmy Johnson said it at halftime, which was awesome. Too bad. There's no effort anymore, really. I mean, no one cares. I don't know what the hell was happening between Dak and CeeDee Lamb because they were good 95% of the whole season on the same page. And then you could just tell that they were just running their mouths at each other after every time Dak would throw like a ball half an inch off of where CD wanted it and he wouldn't even try and go for it. I'm like, all right, we're chalked. It's when Jake Ferguson was our leading receiver all the way up until like the end of the third quarter when Dak goes, oh, I guess I'll try and throw the
He ended
football
up
to
with the
CeeDee
most
Lamb.
catches on the team.
Yeah.
he had what, 3 TDs?
Yeah, he had 3
Yeah,
touchdowns. Jake Ferguson's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
No, he is.
He is.
He's dog.
Yeah,
he's
we
good, and out of everything that would happen this offseason, I hope we extend him. I would be fine if we extended him right now.
How long has he been around?
He's a rookie.
That was his second year. This year was his second year.
I thought he was a rookie.
Last year he was a rookie.
Okay.
Because we still had Dalton Schultz last year. And then it was the other 3 of Hendershot, who we still had, and
Schoonover?
Schoonmaker.
Schoonover? Is it Schoonover? Am I imagining that?
Why are you
It's
looking at me?
I don't
Schoonmaker.
know.
That's our other
Oh,
rookie tight end
Schoonmaker.
we got this year.
Yeah, it's
That's-
SCHOON.
Yeah, it's Schoonmaker or however you say it. I don't know. He's all right.
Like that.
He didn't do much. He didn't really need to. But last year it was Ferguson, Hendershot, and some other third tight end. That it was just those 3 carouseling when Dalton Schultz was just getting the main reps. But I'm glad we let Schultz walk and Ferguson kind of came into his own. It was kind of nice to kind of give me the Jason Witten vibes back in the day because like old reliable. If it was third down, I mean, you kind of hoped it would either go to CD or Ferguson. But I don't know, Dak, you sucked in the first half, dude. You threw for 0 yards in the first quarter for the first time in your career this weekend, like this past weekend. I don't know how the hell that's possible, but yeah. So there's that. The defense, I don't know what the hell Dan Quinn was doing, going zone the whole game when we didn't play zone all year and we played man coverage all year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In the
Changing
one
your
clip of
play.
Stephon Gilmore running with 87, looking straight, just go,
Right.
oh, he's just gonna run straight.
Right as he looks at Jordan Love.
Looks away, looks at Jordan Love like he doesn't look for the ball any other freaking time during the whole year. But then the one time he goes, oh, okay, he still does have the ball. Holy shit, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Looks back. Oh, he's
20 yards.
40 yards that way. And then our free safety, who is playing linebacker, is like, yeah, well,
Yeah, he's kind of open over there.
oh my God, he's naked. And then just streaks down the side. I don't know if he scored. He ended up scoring on that play.
Yeah, he did.
He's wide
Okay.
open. Like a 40-yard
That,
touchdown.
that happened. Like we started. Yeah. It's exactly what it was. And
He's not
at the
wrong.
point, I started laughing. After the first, like halfway through the second quarter, I just started laughing on how open they were. I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. And it was funny because our front seven couldn't get pressured because Jordan Love would do a 15-yard drop and we're just trying to chase him and he's just backpedaling and he's got the arm straight, just boop, threw it. And we're sitting in a zone, cover 2. I don't know what the I don't know what it was. And it's not like we came back at halftime and we're like, oh, we're just gonna go man. No, we sit in the zone. We're like,
You know,
he tortured for like 250 and like 3 touchdowns in the first half. But who cares? Aaron Jones, he's not a problem. He just had 2 in the first half.
He still ended up with 21 touches for
Yeah.
120 yards or something like that.
and
You
3
know,
touchdowns, I'm
Three
pretty sure.
touchdowns.
for as many blow coverages you guys had, Jaden Reed still put up a beautiful Tony Snell game. Literally did not
nothing?
have a catch.
Bro, did you see his tweet?
Yeah,
Like,
I did.
I know I ruined y'all parlays, but we got the dub.
He did ruin it. I did.
Yeah.
have him.
Oh, don't worry. The Cowboys
I
revived.
go, I go,
So-
was it him? Nope, Dubs again. Was it him? Nope, Dubs again.
Dude, yeah.
Who the heck is this guy?
And then typical Cowboys fashion, fourth quarter rolls around and we're like, we should probably make it look good. And then we proceed to score, get a stop, score again, get another stop, and then we just turned it over on downs. I mean, it was a 16-point game with 1:30 left, and I'm like, oh, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys trying to give me false hope again. But joke's on you. I stopped caring in the second quarter.
I think the icing on the world's saddest cake was that you guys went for 2, got a penalty, switched it to an
Oh.
extra point, and Brandon Aubrey missed his first extra point the entire season.
My dad
I
sat
was like,
down
oh,
and
no.
I got the ESPN notification that it was no good, and I just started laughing.
I
And
was.
he looks at me and I go, just watch this shit. Just watch.
I don't know if I was on I don't know if I was on my computer or something, but I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, extra point, Brandon Aubrey. I hear dong. Look up. I go, no freaking.
Yeah, as soon as he did, I knew we were chalked when we came out in the second half, drove all the way down the field, and then stalled for
Stalled
a
at the
field
4 or
goal.
whatever.
I'm like, yeah, we needed a touchdown there. We're gonna lose. And then just to watch the Packers effortlessly drive like 6 plays and 85 yards and just score in 2 minutes. I'm like, yeah.
He was like, all right, we got some points, and then
And
he
I- the-
shipped down the other way.
The problem with it all is that path was gifted to us.
Yeah.
To be the 2 seed and can play home games all the way up until the NFC Championship game, where we would probably, more than likely, go to play the 49ers.
Yeah.
But you can't ask for a better route to get to at least the
At
NFC
least the
Championship
NFC
game,
Championship
where we
game.
haven't even been since, hell, I don't know. I wasn't alive.
1995.
Yeah, I wasn't alive.
Thank you.
Technically.
Thank you.
But yeah, it was painful to watch, and it was just, I did make the rash decision. I unfollowed them on everything, and then the next
He's like a
day,
free agent. He's like,
no, I unfollowed them on everything. I turned them off my favorites list on ESPN, and I was the next day. I'm like, I hate you guys, and I went back and added them back all again.
Leo is an NFL free agent.
I mean,
That's true passion right there. I don't
Hey.
know about you guys.
He said that's passion.
Hey, Matt's a free agent now too. His only favorite player
What
retired.
do you mean now? So as you know, we are Hot Take Sports. So we enjoy sports in general. Brady, what was your favorite sporting event you've ever been to?
I would have to say probably the playoff game between the Guardians and the Yankees at the end of last season in the playoffs.
Oh, good one. Isaac?
Browns Bills.
That's Bills. Leo?
God, my favorite one was this Crew home opener this year, being front row, witnessing the magic of Lucas Zelleron.
Great time with the boys. Clayton?
One of my personal favorites from the last year was my dad and I went to Milwaukee to watch the Dodgers play the Brewers. Got a new stadium off the list, sat first row right field. Sweet.
Nice. Home run ball?
Over me. I watched Freddie Freeman hit one directly over my head.
So
And
close.
Mookie Betts played catch right next to me, so that was kind of cool.
That's sweet.
Got on
That's
ESPN.
Right, you're on ESPN.
That is true.
We, as a group, went to a Timberwolves Cavaliers game in Cleveland earlier this year, so that was super fun. And you know what every single one of those events has in common?
What would that be, Matt?
We used code HTS at SeatGeek to get $20 off our purchase.
Exactly. There's nothing better than saving money and supporting your favorite content creators, being Hot Take Sports. Make sure to use code HTS next time you check out at SeatGeek. Tickets not only for sporting events, but concerts, comedy shows, really anything that requires tickets. Summer is coming. All of your favorite events are coming up this summer, so make sure to use code HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off of your first purchase.
And we are back. Do you want to finish your concert? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all I got. That's all I remember from the song.
All right, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Okay.
So, we're in the middle. All right.
No, it's his after show, like after his
Are
concert.
you done yet?
I am now.
Stop. Stop being a nuisance.
Was it a Michael Jordan ad? Stop. Get help. Was it like for gambling? or
Yes.
something? Anybody know what I'm talking? All right. Anyways.
Yeah, I know what you're
But I
talking
just
about.
know the 1-800-GAMBLE app that it pops up every time I log into FanDuel. But hey,
Yeah. How often do you see that?
every
So, anyways,
weekend,
about the Cowboys.
I
What
don't.
do you think your team should do?
Well, what I thought they should do,
No, right now, as
Right.
of January 7th.
as of now, after I just learned that we retained Mike McCarthy.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Dan Quinn's probably going to leave, which is fine. I think he had a good run with the Cowboys. I just think somebody else needs to come in and do something. I know they respect him. I know Micah really likes Dan Quinn and what he's done for Micah and move him around to make him the player that he is. But I think we just move on from Dan Quinn, just get somebody fresh in there on defense. Hopefully it's someone who can actually voice and just be more assertive per se, instead of just be like, oh, we can do this and this and well, whatever you guys want to do. I want someone who probably has played in the league. I know our defensive corner or our cornerbacks coach Al Woods. He's pretty good. I wouldn't mind if we promoted him up. Plus, that would help with the Rooney Rule because he is African American. So they would at least have to give him an interview, correct?
Yeah.
They have
If
to
they
get
interview
somebody
at
in
least
League,
one
like
person.
in all technicality.
Yeah. I don't know if that's for every position or just like the major ones. I can't remember.
Yeah.
which one
Well,
it
he's
is.
also.
I thought it was just for
Yeah.
head coach. I could be wrong.
I think it's
I'm not
head
sure
coach,
either,
GM,
personally.
and the two primary coordinators. I think is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sounds right.
But he's a good. I think he's good. The players respect him a lot, especially the cornerbacks. And I mean, hell, he's got to be doing something right. If Deron Bland tied the record for pick sixes, and Trayvon Diggs set a record 2 years ago for the most interceptions in a season
Something like that.
since like
Yeah.
Night Train Lane or whoever the last guy was. But yeah,
That's a new one.
I think he'd be a good guy I think we also need to either get a linebacker. It sucks because I want to say we wait on DeMar Overshone from Texas, who tore his ACL in preseason, who was a really good middle linebacker. But then we ended up just doing what we did, and we put a safety in the Mike linebacker spot along with
Linebacker spot.
along with Damone Clark. Damone Clark was well, but we just get throttled like in every game that matters about running. Like when it comes down to the run game, we can't stop it. But obviously last week we couldn't stop anything. We couldn't stop a breeze in the wind if we wanted to.
Yeah, you
but-
guys got exposed the last
Yeah,
quarter of the season.
Yeah, it was pretty
for the relegation.
atrocious.
Well, and then you ran into the next incarnate of Packers quarterbacks. So
Apparently.
that didn't help.
Yeah. I
Our
don't know.
generation, man.
They know how to draft them.
They do.
They know how to develop them. And
Yeah.
I don't even.
I mean,
Yeah,
well,
that-
I mean,
that
he
too.
did sit what 3 years
Yeah,
behind
3
Rodgers.
years behind
And
Rodgers.
Rodgers sat for 3 years
Yes.
behind Favre.
Yeah. So
Can I say something? In
Go
the
for it.
amount of time that the Packers, I believe they've started 5 quarterbacks since 1999. My cousin's been a lifelong Packers fan, and he counted 5 at our family Christmas. And we've started over 40.
And you guys have
So,
started
like-
5 this season.
Yeah. Like seeing that, like that hurts, man. Brett Favre was durable. He never missed a game while he played for them.
Yeah, it's
And Aaron Rodgers missed probably less than 5. Like, I don't really remember him having any crazy injuries.
I think he had
And now
one.
Jordan Love.
the worst. Yeah, the worst
Less
thing
than
he
that.
had was like an Achilles injury, and he just like couldn't walk. Like he wasn't mobile, but he still played.
Yeah. Like yeah. Every time I hear like they're developing the next Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, I'm like, haha, I'm gonna yeah.
Scared
All
to
right.
death.
So, we are our quarterbacks. Do you think Dak deserves an extension?
No.
Not you.
I would not extend him until next year. Like I won't extend that man. He's a great person. He's a good player. Everything he stands for and all that stuff. I mean, he's a great guy. But dude, if you keep disappearing in playoff games, oh my god. I want to back you, but like I can't back you if you don't back yourself in the games that matter the most. Like I wouldn't. He's after this upcoming year, he's done and he can't be franchise tagged. I would make the conscious effort that I wouldn't pay him until see what happens in the playoffs.
That's true.
I wouldn't pay that man until like if he gets us to the divisional game again, and it's like we lose in overtime or whatever. I mean, first you got to
competitive
get
game.
there. But if you lose on something like that, or if he's just playing good football, I mean, he can play good football all the way through the regular season. And if he can't do it in the playoffs, I wouldn't fork out 59 mil that he's expected to get this coming year. I wouldn't fork that out. As the second highest paid player in the NFL. I wouldn't fork out. You can't. I mean, I don't know what you do after Dak. I mean, I don't know if you just blow it all up or because more than likely we'll probably still extend him. I'm guessing Jerry Jones will extend him. If not this year, it'll be next year. But I'd
So
like
do
to
you-
see us get another running back. Like, I don't know, through the draft or just signing
Derrick
one in
Henry.
free agency. I think
Kareem
that'd be, honestly, I think that would be a great option because he could be the power back like Zeke was, or hell, we can get Zeke back, but I'm guessing he'll ask for too much.
Probably not.
But
No, he's doing.
yeah, but we need a complimentary back to Pollard. Pollard showed this year that he cannot be by himself efficiently. He can't run between the tackles well enough to, well, at least consistently do that for 16 games, 18 games. I mean, granted, there's going to be here and there injuries happen, but I know he just came off he tore like an MCL or something against the Packers last year. I mean, granted, he did come off that injury, but you still got to produce and perform better, especially with all the hype that you're giving yourselves in the offseason and all the hype around you that like, well, Tony Pollard's going to be like the next McCaffrey or the next Chris Johnson or the next great speed running back.
Yeah, they said they were going to give him the reins,
Yeah.
and he didn't take a hold of
the
them.
dude was handed the reins, and then he was like, I kind of like riding in the back and just having
Me
up
too.
one or good idea every other 1 or 2 games where I'd break off a 70-yard touchdown run, and then they'd be like, yeah,
He
I'm
didn't do
good.
that. Just saying. I had
And
it
then
in
I would
fantasy.
just go sit in the back and then wait for Zeke to soften him up and then come in on 2nd down and 3rd down and just break one for 40 yards and then come back out.
Yeah.
And then Zeke would go back in and get the tough 8 yards, and then I'd go back in. But Derrick Henry would be huge, but in our history, we don't really make those big splash trades. I mean, hell,
Free agent, you don't have to trade.
we don't sign free agents
Okay.
either, Brady. I can't tell you the last good free agent we signed.
Stephon Gilmore.
Traded for
Brandon
him.
Cooks.
Traded for both of them.
Oh, that's right. You did
Dang
get
it.
a trade.
Yeah.
Well, we traded.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks, I actually knew. 'Cause he
Brandon
came
Cooks
He came
was
from the
good.
Texans for Noah Brown, right?
I think he's
Yeah.
No, Noah Brown. signed
no
for free
Brown
agent, just
signed
Brandon
with the
Cooks.
Texans. We traded like a 4th and it was like 2 4s or
You
something.
traded more for Brandon Cooks you got back from Amari Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we also didn't have leverage with Amari
Well,
Cooper
that's true.
because we just didn't have salary cap at that point because we decided to pay Zeke and not Amari.
All right.
We could bring Amari Cooper back.
Final thoughts because we got to roll on to the next few games.
Yeah, I know. Final thoughts. Just perform in the playoffs. That's really all I can ask for at this point anymore. I mean, the team's so good as it is now, or was good, and you can't just go like be that good on paper and statistically and crap your pants at home in front of your diehard fans.
You guys didn't lose a home
Back
game
in-
all year, right?
No,
years.
that was their first one.
That was their first loss since last season.
Yeah,
Not
That's-
this season, last, yeah, but
that's
just
brutal.
perform in the playoffs and I'll be a little bit happy.
All right. Yeah, a lot of Cowboys talk, which is understandable because they deserve to rant.
Oh yeah.
And Leo just came back, so he had lots built up
Yes.
in the tank. On to a happier note for Isaac. Jared Goofball gets it done.
Yes,
The
gets
goal.
his
In
done
Detroit.
against his former team.
First, I would like to shout out Puka Nakua for grabbing another record.
Joe.
Yeah, great
He had
game.
rookie catches, rookie receiving yards, and now he has rookie
Rookie.
receiving yards
Mm,
in a
playoff.
playoff game.
Yeah.
With 181. It still wasn't enough.
He had a great game. He really did.
And
But
this was by far the best
Oh
playoff
yeah.
Oh
game
yeah.
of the
Yes.
first round.
Oh, guaranteed. I mean, it was a 1 point win.
It was the only one within 2 scores, right?
Yeah.
Dolphins.
I
was,
assumed
The
that it
Bills,
was
blowout.
over
Bills
as
Steelers was a
soon
14-point
as-
game.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was 31.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because the
That-
Steelers scored right there at the end. Yeah.
That
Mhm.
the Bills Steelers game wasn't even the game.
Yeah, no, it was garbage scores.
Yeah.
Give or take.
It was
not
17
garbage,
to 24 there for a whole like a whole 4 minutes.
but whole possession. Woo!
Yeah, and then the Bills went down and
Yeah.
well,
And then just
Miles Jack got two costly penalties called on him, and then that drove them down. And then
Yeah.
Josh Allen broke off was that the play?
52-yard run.
yeah, that
Are you
little
really
hezzy
okay with
step.
that run? Did you think
Yeah.
it was a fake slide?
Oh,
I thought it
no,
was just a
think
little
he was-
hezzy.
I think he was
I don't know,
bracing for
man.
the hit, and then the dude just looked at him like, "I'm not gonna
But
hit
he kind of
you."
put the way he put his feet out. I was.
I can see the argument with how people would see it.
But how
Here's
do you
an
call,
answer.
how do you call that though?
Hit him.
If they're that's well, they did later and they got a 15-yard penalty for it.
No, that was Miles Jack. Well,
Oh yeah.
well, because
Yeah.
he was already halfway down.
But
and
he
then-
did slide, but they didn't think they thought he was going to slide that time. He didn't. He scored a 52-yard touchdown.
They
Okay,
still
so
got
they
arms
thought
on him
that
before
was
you went
a
in.
slide.
Yeah, that was all. It was all over social media.
It-
People were watching the clip of it.
It's just all so tough, because like you have to find the fine line and stuff like that between should it be legal or is it just a really smart play?
If you
Yeah, but the whole point of the slide rule is to protect the quarterback, and if they're going to use that to their advantage,
Yeah.
it's
if you look
give it a slide rule. Let them hit him.
if you look
the
after
quarterback
that
to get it.
little hezzy
Facts, man up.
fake
Yeah.
hezzy fake slide, they got arms on him. You just couldn't tackle him.
Well, yeah, because they were all ready to stop because you have to stop your momentum because even if you touch him when he slides, they're going to call it.
Yeah, you was
'Cause you have
still
to protect the quarterback.
he was still
It's-
20 yards down the field after that fake slide or hezzy.
It was 5 yards down the field when he had people on him,
Yeah.
maybe 10,
It was
and it was 3 guys that he ran between because they all stopped, and he was able to keep going. So I don't. I'm
Closet
just a
Bills
bad kid. I don't care.
I don't know, but now we get to see Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes and see the NFL likes more.
First time in Buffalo though.
Yeah.
Well, this is Patrick Mahomes' first ever road playoff game, which is not the Super
Which
Bowl.
is
It's
also
supposed
crazy.
it might be a snow game too. For how
Man.
much
It's Buffalo. It's always a snow game.
I'm in.
Shout out to the Buffalo Bills fans, Bills Mafia, for going
Yeah.
out for $20 an hour and shoveling the stadium.
Facts.
That
Look
is
at the
so
shirtless
funny.
man.
Yeah,
It's
guys that
awesome.
slid down the
Yeah, the
excavator line or the yeah.
tile.
If the Browns if they puts out something like that, I would do it. I would drive to Cleveland and do that. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I
go
would go
$20
too.
an hour to shovel snow.
I would call in and
Yeah.
Leo just drops the plow on the front of the truck. Oh yeah, here we go.
here we go. Here we go. What is this? Turbo Zip?
Were you salty when Jordan Love did the "Here We Go"?
No, because he pussied out. He did.
did.
Here we go. Instead of being like a grown man and like Aaron Rodgers was like, yeah. Aaron Rodgers would have let everybody know that he was
That's-
doing it.
that's a-
Aaron Rodgers would have said it live on ESPN and then hid for 2 days.
All right,
Yeah.
next game. Okay, so
Just like,
anything
here we
else
go.
on the Lions? Anything else on the Lions?
That was a really good
It was
playoff
good.
game.
It was fun.
That was a great game.
I texted my friend Patrick, who's a true Lions fan, And that's the first time that anybody has ever texted a Lions fan because the last time they won a playoff game, text messaging wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
Yeah.
What a stat.
On the flip side, it's a good thing the Rams did advance because Tyler Higbee tore his ACL and Kyron Williams broke his hand. So they would.
You don't need a hand.
They would have been a little.
Or an ACL.
What?
Go over
You don't need that.
Sure.
I mean, he's a tight end. He might need it.
All right.
Nah.
Last two wild card games. Bills Steelers. We all kind of knew how that one was going to go.
We kind of talked about
We talked
that
about that one
already.
already. That was
Mason
Steelers are a bunch of posers.
He'll probably be the starter there next year.
Mason Rudolph kind
Mason
of
Rudolph looked
Jordan Love kind of
looked
He's
decent.
kind of gotten enough
I mean,
experience, and now
yet granted, the Steelers did throw a pick in their end zone. Dude, I don't know. I was watching it. I'm like, oh my God, the Steelers are driving. They're going to make it like a 3-point game. And then he just turns and he ran like George Pickens ran like a comeback route. And Mason Rudolph threw it after he completed the route. And the corner was just like,
it doesn't work.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Come again.
he was like,
Free cookies.
are you? Is that a pop tart? It's exactly what that was. And then he caught it and went out of bounds. And then George Pickens caught it, fumbled the ball, tried to fight for like a half a yard for no reason.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, it's down. Bro was like,
Oh,
this
when you
far
try to like
off the
dive out
ground.
for it, yeah, that was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, how'd your game go?
So, anyways, the last game is. No, we haven't had a game yet. That was a Memphis joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. By the way, for our listeners at home, Matt is now the punter for the Memphis Showboats.
For my team.
He went back to, or he actually transferred to Monmouth College. Now he's a punter.
Nice.
Yep.
You'd make it. Remember me.
I'll be
I hope
cheering
you're
for
tougher
you.
than that Bills punter.
I'll remember you guys. Don't worry. I'll make sure you guys get tickets.
That's what they all say.
Good.
That's something I'll say. I got to learn new ways to punt though, because team name is the Showboats. You can't just do like a normal.
It's got to be behind the back.
Yeah, I got to like behind the back.
like,
I got to do
like-
half volleys.
No, bike it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta
Exactly.
bicycle. Yeah.
Dude,
I gotta
you
work.
gotta let a free rusher run at you, fake bump behind the back.
Oh yeah, I'm
There
just
you
awesome
go.
people. Don't you worry about it.
You're welcome.
Single punting and frozen mustaches.
And then when you drop
I'm not- I
inside
can't
the
throw myself.
5, pull the Marquette King and over with the flag and throw it down.
I'm watching Pat McAfee film for the next few months. Get ready for the season.
Marquette King.
The wedge out.
Get the wedge out. There we
Like a
go.
little chipping wedge.
Be a Marquette King. You'll be all set for Memphis, baby.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. All right. Last game, Buccaneers throttled the Eagles. This one made you happy, huh? That's gonna overdrive them.
Oh yeah.
That'll be good.
Come sit right beside us, Billy. Come sit right beside us. We saved you a floaty in Cancun.
Yeah, the NFC East looks trash. The Giants were
That's
supposed to be
correction.
good.
Sir, you
ended
said
up
it
so-
wrong. It's the NFC least right now.
All right.
We're back to the NFC least. Back to the NFC least. All right. Jalen Hurts, your ass. I don't care what anyone says. You're
Eagles
atrocious.
stole
You played
Commanders.
so bad in your final stretch of 7 games.
Yeah.
You had 6 games that were cupcake games, and you won one of them.
Ooh, what
The
happened?
tush push got stopped.
True.
Vita Vea bellied up to the buffet, and he's like,
All right,
cookies,
So,
cookies.
What the boy eat?
so real talk. Viking or not?
Vikings.
Lions Bucks. That's gonna be a game, I think.
So-
Depends on what
excited.
Baker shows up. That's what
That's
Baker's going to
bad.
show up. Him
Dude,
and
if
CJ
Baker-
Gardner Johnson are going.
if
at
Baker
it.
gets
I ain't
them
worried
to
about
the NFC Championship.
I will say, as a Browns fan, Isaac, you shut your mouth. I'm very happy for Baker Mayfield.
Oh,
I really
sure.
am.
Now you are.
Now he's
He's
happy.
a non-Brown
Wow.
What? I never hated the guy.
You
Isaac
were a hater.
despises the
Yeah.
kid.
You were a
Yeah,
hater.
He was
But-
after he lost to the Steelers. Other than that, I'll give Clayton.
Dude.
Here.
Yeah,
Bro,
Baker May. I'll
down the
cheer for
dog.
Baker Mayfield.
It
I have no
was
problem with that. Watching him throw for that many yards against a decent Philly team was cool. He went from, we've all seen the video of him playing scout team defensive end last year for the
For the
Panthers,
Panthers. Yep.
Yeah, I did.
and
see
he
that.
won a playoff game with the Buccaneers. So good for Baker Mayfield.
I'm here for
Happy
it.
that he's doing well.
If he makes the
Um,
NFC Championship game, I don't even know.
They
what
should have
to
had
say.
another touchdown too. Mike Evans dropped a long
Dude,
ball.
Mike.
Yeah.
Evans
It's
dropped
not
three
Like
of them.
they crushed the Eagles. They played
Yeah.
a great game.
The Eagles suck. I mean, personally,
They
how
really
they
did
ended
just
it,
suck.
they sucked.
I feel bad for Jason. I mean, shout out to him for a good career.
Jason
Technically,
Kelce's the
hasn't
only Eagle I
retired
feel
yet,
bad for.
but
Yeah.
he's gonna retire.
He-
So,
he-
like,
Well, it's like the
That's
Belichick.
Yeah,
Best center of all
years.
time.
He already announced that he's retiring. So
post game, he already told him
it was talked about afterwards. But like, no,
Yeah.
it's not official yet. I watched the
Yeah,
podcast.
he hadn't signed the paperwork yet.
So
Technically, yeah.
I saw a meme. It was Toy Story 4 when Woody was carrying Forky. And it had the Cowboys star on Forky's face and then the Eagle star on Woody's face. And he was like, and Forky looks at him and he goes, I finally know what your problem is. You're just like me.
A disappointing.
Trash. I'm like, I gotta like that. It's accurate. It's very accurate how we are right
Like, what were you saying? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Oh, I didn't have anything else. I'm just happy for Baker. Happy he played a good game.
Okay.
So
I thought you said something like Belichick, but I didn't. I couldn't. Quite.
Oh, the Jason Kelsey thing was kind of like the Belichick rumors. Like
Yeah.
that started to come out the day before,
Oh, yeah.
and then they officially announced it. I think they'll announce it probably either this week or next week that he's gone.
So imagine sitting on these couches back in August and September and be like, yeah, Jared Goff or Baker Mayfield. One of them will be the NFC Championship game. Think about that for a
I'm
minute.
here for it.
Honestly, it
I mean,
depends on whichever quarterback plays decent football again.
I mean, I'm hyped for it, but it's like,
It might depend on whichever defense plays.
we're like,
well.
I don't think
I
anyone
love
thought
sports.
that like one of them making the NFC Championship was a thing.
Well, then, yeah.
I mean, maybe the Lions.
And the Lions have another home playoff game with that crowd.
That'll
yeah.
be fun.
And in a dome, which means Jared Goff is Timothy.
yeah.
Also,
Did you see? Oh my God.
I want to wrap up the NFL, but
Go
did
for
you
it.
guys see that you can buy tickets for the rest of the Pistons seasons for less than one ticket to the Lions, the division round game?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you can spend like $680 and get season tickets for the back half of the Pistons season, or spend over $700 for the
I'd rather
division
spend it
round.
on a mini fridge.
Detroit sold the
$100 maybe.
Pistons' soul to make the Lions good. That's a
It's
worthy
like a
trade.
regular fridge.
That's worth it.
I would
Yeah, but they got Michigan too. This is stupid.
Yeah.
They can't have two. I'm rooting for the Bucks. Screw the Lions.
I mean,
All right. Anyways, last thing. Of these teams, who do you think can realistically win a Super Bowl? The Texans, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Lions, the Bills, and the Bucks.
Lions.
Ravens, Niners.
No, they don't count because they didn't play in the wild card.
Oh,
We're just talking about the wild card teams.
but that means they're
Lions,
better because
Texans.
I'm
That's,
saying realistically can win. I'm not.
that's what I was probably gonna say.
Obviously, the Ravens and the
Lions
Niners are the favorite with all these teams.
I'm gonna.
Bills,
Who's gonna win one?
Lions.
Yeah.
I think if CJ Stroud plays the way he did against the Browns, I think he definitely could. But it's gonna depend on who goes through Baltimore.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
Bills are the hottest team right now for
Yeah.
sure. Well,
That's true.
well,
Look at the Texans.
outside like the
Texans are
Ravens.
playing Baltimore.
Because
next.
all of the higher seeds won.
If Houston beats Baltimore in Baltimore, I'm riding with the Texans.
Oh yeah, I mean
But
you have to.
I think I'm right with the Texans one way or the other. I just love
I'm
CJ
just there for
Stroud,
Stroud.
especially with as open as he is with his
Yeah.
face.
I would
and
love
everything.
to see Lions Texans Super Bowl.
That's just America's Super Bowl at this point.
Yeah.
That's
It
what
really
everybody
is.
wants.
It might be Bucks Texans low key, but
CJ Stroud and Baker and Mayfield.
Who do you root for?
Like
for sure.
That would be
One Texas
Next thing you
crazy.
know, Stroud wins the Super Bowl and be like, "Hey, Jim Harbaugh,
as a rookie.
can't steal these signs."
he was injured. You got it.
Did you see his brother make fun of him? That they were talking about how they couldn't get scouts to the Bills game, and he was like, "Which is legal in pro football, just so you guys know." I thought that was hilarious.
Jim
Nice.
Harbaugh and Bill Belichick, the only two people that have interviewed for the Atlanta Falcons head coaching job.
No,
And they're both dirty
Cheating
liars and
out.
cheaters.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
let's.
true.
I hope Mike Vrabel goes. I wanted Mike Vrabel to Dallas, but I hope Mike Vrabel goes. Seattle would be a good fit.
I think he's going.
I've seen Seattle too.
All right, let's talk a little bit of NBA before we call it a night.
My team's below 500. Next,
All right, that was
they're
quick.
up now. They're up now, so we could be
My
500.
team's
at
the
end of
fourth
night.
seed.
My team's at 500. Actually, we're above 500. Yeah.
That's so quick. You guys have actually played better since two out of your three best players have been hurt.
Well, we're actually
Yeah, seriously.
starting to run JD's offense how he wants it. He wants threes.
Who's
Well, yeah.
hurt right
And
now
we're
for you?
moving
It's
the ball
Darius and
around.
who?
Mobley.
Evan Mobley.
It-
All you- Someone goes, hell, just cut him.
Clayton, you might fight me for saying this, but if I'm the Cavs, I would consider trading Evan Mobley.
You're a maniac.
That's a future
You
defense
are an
player of the
idiot.
year. That's crazy.
All right, but
You're an
Gobert.
idiot. You should
All right.
not be talking about sports. You are an idiot.
No, when everything he talks about, it usually happens though.
does he have less brain cells than me now?
No, you're on the same level.
You're just building up over time.
All right, well, okay, but so
Isaac, any credibility you had to
Yeah,
talk
you're
about
right.
the Cavs for the rest of this podcast is
I
gone.
agree.
That's not even fair.
But real,
All right.
but real talk on the Cavs quick. Donovan Mitchell basically can play in the same system that he was in Utah. Has a big defensive presence at center.
There's two of them actually.
Has a what?
You're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Isaac thinks we should only have one.
Well, but with,
You should.
with Garland and Mobley being hurt,
Nah.
Mitchell's basically running the show while Jarrett Allen protects the lane, catches lobs, does the dirty work. It's literally what he did with Gobert in Utah. All the supporters just gotta stand around, shoot threes, make some layups, call
Sam
it
Merrill.
a day.
Yeah, facts.
Sam Merrill's
Merrill
been
is
a
him.
baller, dude.
Sam Merrill took to my franchise.
But
I
anyways,
couldn't even call it into your
Yes, you did.
franchise.
That's just really painful.
but that's why everybody was talking about in the preseason, is this the year that they trade Jarrett Allen and just move Mobley to a full-time 5 and basically just take the Rudy Gobert role but better on offense and then have floor spacers, because Mobley can shoot the 3. He's not great at it, but he can shoot it and he can work on it and get better.
I mean, anyone can shoot the 3.
No, not anyone.
Anyone
You ever
can
watch Doug
shoot
Simmons?
it.
Nope.
I didn't say make it. Anyone can shoot it.
All right, let me get a brief version of the game I want to play. I want to play a little NBA poker with
Oh,
you
I
guys.
forgot about
I'm all
this.
in.
So
All in. Don't even need
you
to
have
know
to
the
be your
rules.
team's LeBron. All right, so you
Oh,
can. All right, so every NBA team is in a state. We're halfway through the season. You can either fold, you sell, trade away your team. You can call, stay where you're at, keep riding out the season, or you can raise. You can go all in. You sell your assets to get better players, whatnot. So, for example, obviously the Pacers just raised.
Yeah.
They just brought in
Yes.
Pascal Siakam. They traded away 3 first-round picks and Bruce Brown, who they paid in the offseason.
they turn into the Suns and don't have a bench now, right?
Huh?
They turn into the Suns and they don't have a bench anymore.
I mean, their bench is just young. They're not awful.
Ben Shepherd, baby.
You got like Jalen Smith, Jarris Walker's a 20-year-old, Andrew Nemhard, TJ McConnell.
You can always
Oh, they're
Buddy
winning. They
started.
got TJ McConnell.
Yeah, exactly.
they can always move Buddy Hield to the bench if they had to,
Whoa.
and move
Well,
what
he's probably moving into the starting lineup now because Bruce
Yeah.
Brown's gone. But anyways, we'll just play with our teams because we don't have time to go through everybody.
Sure.
So, who wants to go? You're going first.
Yeah, I knew I was going first.
So,
Here you
the Jazz are 9-1 in their last 10,
They've been
but are
balling.
22-20. So they were 13-19, but now they're 22-20. So, where are you at? Are you selling players like Jordan Clarkson and Kelly Olynyk, or do you just stay where your team's at and see what happens?
This is really weird because, like,
You raise.
or
Clay's the guy
This-
back.
this
Not
is
my
the
money,
same
Ray.
Trade away Walker Kessler for Rudy. No, wait, that's not it.
no, your team did that.
Oh,
no,
that's right.
I
You traded
think-
away your
How'd it
first
work
round
out
pick
for
you
you?
got
I
for it.
think this year might be a call year because we gave Clarkson a 3-year extension before the season, and I know
Still crazy. Triple double though. He's got a triple
he
double.
does. He first triple double since Carlos Boozer in 2008.
Ah,
Yeah,
Carlos
Nice.
Boozer?
yeah.
Yes.
I thought it was Darren Williams, but I was wrong.
no.
Let's not be
The
surprised.
mind does.
You know
Yeah.
who Carlos.
I know who Carlos
Oh,
Boozer
okay.
is. That's not the name that he was originally saying, but
Yeah, I thought it was Darren Williams.
I get it.
But ever since we moved Clarkson to the bench and been starting Sexton, like I've been saying to do the entire time Colin
Young
Sexton's
bull.
been in Utah, Colin Sexton had a 30 piece the other night,
he's a shooter. Always was.
and he's good.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Clarkson should
not
be
very
a
sharp.
6th man range shooter. My only problem with our team right now is we are still starting Chris Dunn for no reason.
Bro,
What's the
he's
clamps
a
on?
poor man's Westbrook. Just let him cook, bro.
Play
Really
Keontae George.
I saw somewhere that Chris Dunn and Laurie Markkinen have a career combined efficiency rating of 11 or something like that, or 12, because they played together on the Bulls too,
Yeah.
and they were trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point, now that we're above 500, Markkanen's gonna stay. Sexton's gonna stay. If we make any trades, it would be probably just moving Kelly Olynyk, but I don't even think we do that.
Yeah,
No.
look at this six. They're on a 6-game win
You
streak.
can't
They beat
partial raise Brady.
the
I know. I think
Sixers.
we call.
They beat the Sixers, who are top of the East. Bucks, who are top of the
No,
East.
Yeah.
though.
Shut up. Not important.
I
They
know.
beat the Nuggets, top of the West. Raptors, Lakers, who have two of the best players in the league, aren't playing great, but two of the best players in the league. And Pacers, who are the best offense of all time right now, even without Tyrese Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
And then they didn't play the Warriors tonight, obviously, because the Warriors' assistant coach died. Rest in peace to him. I don't remember the guy's name, to be honest. But
Can't tell you. Forget.
all right, we got 10 minutes left. So, Lakers.
What you know what we do? We all in. We just
Well,
go
you
Rays.
have to. You have
I
to.
hope
You're-
you know we're
you
just
have
gonna
LeBron
go
on your
all
team.
in.
They're 20-21. They're 4-6 in their last 10. But it's so crazy because they're currently 10th in the West. So they would be the last play-in spot. But they're guaranteed to have 2 All-Stars as the 10 seed.
Yeah.
My team's been the 1 seed the entire season. We will have one. Ant will be one. But Cat might be an injury replacement if anybody gets hurt.
Yeah.
Because
We're
AD's
raising-
having the best season of his career, probably.
Yeah.
And LeBron's 57 years old and still putting
Whoa.
up 25, 8, and 8. So,
39.
like I said, yes, he
30,
just turned 30.
Yeah, 39.
It's
yeah, 'cause
December
he had
or
the,
whatever.
yeah. So, we're raising. We're going to go all in. Plus, Darvin Ham should be fired.
So Darvin Ham's out. Who else is out? Rui Hachimura's out. Jordan Prince, D'Lo,
I think Rui will stay.
Rui stays. I don't even. Who else can you guys even trade? What do you guys even have to trade?
D'Lo. I don't
Apparently
know.
not Mo Bamba anymore.
No.
Obama.
Probably
Max
D'Lo and
Christie.
what like our 2029 first round pick.
Oh, Gabe Vincent. He's still hurt. He
Yeah.
hasn't played basically at all.
Yeah.
How dare you say that? I'll be so mad if they trade Austin Reeves. Cam
They
Reddish,
better not trade.
Jared Vanderbilt, Jackson Hayes.
Oh.
Not much.
Yeah, there ain't much.
to trade.
You know,
But this is the exact same record they had at the halfway point last year. And they still had Russell Westbrook on the team.
say we lost in the
Not all
second
that
round,
better.
didn't we?
Well, yeah, but you guys were twice as good the second half of the season.
Yeah, we'll see.
And you got swept by the Nuggets, but all the total like point differential in the series was like less than 10
Yeah.
in 4 games.
That's what happens when you play a really good center and AD doesn't really want to be like, nah, you can have this series.
So Cavs, what are you doing?
I'm going first.
They're gonna stay.
23-15, 7-3 in your last 10, 5-game winning streak. About to make it 6 because you're up 45 on the Bucks at the beginning of
Yeah.
the 4th.
Good. We call. That's all you do. You call. You see
Great
how
answer.
everything works. You don't trade Evan Mobley. That is one of the dumbest things I've heard him say on this
Yeah,
podcast.
but okay, I'll let you go first. Are
We
you done?
call.
Like,
We
just-
stay where we are.
All right.
Yes.
I say we raise. We don't trade Mobley though. I think we raise.
you
We
trading?
trade like Dean Wade for like who's the Nets guy?
Mikal Bridges,
No,
Cam
former
Johnson.
Utah, Rice
Cam-
O'Neal.
Oh, Royce O'Neal.
No, Royce O'Neal's garbage. Never
you're
played.
Bro, he's the best power
No.
forward under 6'8",
I was
other than
just say,
PJ
you're gonna
Tucker.
trade a 6'8" power forward who can kind of shoot the ball
I refuse to
for a
talk about Royce
6'5".
It might
Or
not
can't
be
shoot the
Dean
ball.
Wade, but it'll be.
Royce O'Neal can't. He's bad at it.
He's worse than Dean Wade.
He was one of our 3-point support guys when we dive in.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
he's garbage.
No,
he's
he's
horrible.
Porter did
He's
not leave.
horrible.
You guys need Lamar Steven.
You have
Lamar
Ice Cube,
Steven.
bro.
That's facts. We need to trade with the Celtics and get Lamar Stevens back.
Yep, that's the
I
way.
changed my answer. We need
Sam
to raise.
Merle for he gets a raise.
Dean went for Lamar Stevens. Ready, break.
Okay, so devil's advocate here. What are you guys gonna do when you get second rounded again this year? Or what you get first round last year? So what are you guys gonna do when you get second rounded this year and Donovan Mitchell goes to New York?
Cry.
Cry.
Welcome to Cleveland. Welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any chance that he stays? Like realistically?
I mean,
Unless no, probably
I don't
not.
know about
Unless we throw a
stage.
bunch of money at him and the Knicks don't offer him anything for whatever reason.
Yeah,
But
but you guys are gonna have to pay Mobley.
I was gonna say, I think
And
it's
Allen's gonna need a
and I would
contract
rather
too.
us pay Mobley.
I think it's.
I apologize for that background noise. I pulled up the Cavs game on my TV because I didn't believe it.
Yeah,
It's
you guys are
happening.
actually- Giannis didn't play tonight, but yeah, the
Oh, all right. Well, that explains it
It
then.
was
Never mind.
22-2 to start the game. Is
Yeah.
that what it ended up being? Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy.
Donovan Mitchell just literally said,
Could you
"Screw you."
imagine the
basically.
New York
He's out.
Knickerbockers with Donovan
Bro,
Mitchell,
Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, OG Anunoby,
Obi.
Julius Randle, and a healthy Mitchell Robinson,
Well,
Oh.
or Isaiah Hartenstein.
we would probably have to resign.
Kind of a squad.
Oh,
Has everybody gone? Because I actually have something for the NBA too.
I mean, the Timberwolves.
Where are the T-Wolves?
We're calling. I mean, we're the best team in the West. We're not.
Yeah, there's
it's not
no
like we're
reason for
winning
you
a
guys to do
championship,
anything.
but
Can't relate.
we're not going anywhere.
yeah.
I do want to. Can we, the East play-in teams right now? It's the Knicks, the Magic, the Bulls, and the Nets.
Yeah, but the Bulls are going to sell. The Nets
Yeah.
should sell, but they're not going to. But there's also nobody below them who's worth going up because the Hawks might sell. The Raptors are selling.
Oh, yeah,
the Hornets suck. The Wizards suck. And the Pistons suck.
The Raptors could sneak
This
in
whole,
as a
this whole
player.
poker game could have been really fun. 'cause
Really
you could
fast.
talk about
Really fast.
everyone.
Does anyone know what Georges Niang is doing right now?
I know
No,
he
no.
had more points than all of the Bucks starters combined. At one
He
point.
is shooting a beautiful
After the end of
12
the
of
first.
13 from the field. His only miss is a 3-pointer. He's 5 for 6. He's got 31.
George Niang.
What?
Sharpshooter, George's
He's got 31 points and 5 rebounds.
Bro's the most unathletic NBA player. I've
I know,
ever seen
he's
in my
literally
He's literally the
he
dad
looks-
bottom team.
Bro, the
Bro
Utah
looks like a-
roster at the start of my fansmanship. Wild bunch when you look at
life.
him
Yeah,
now.
bandwagon.
Yeah.
Can I end with my thing?
Go for
Yes.
it.
No, I want to shout out Taha Habron from the Columbus Crew 2 for signing with the first team. All right, now you
Sure.
go.
Okay. I saw a post on Instagram today that pissed me off for 3 reasons.
Pissed
And
you
I
off.
thought it was kind of funny, so I thought I'd share it with all of you.
Hit me with
Number
it.
one.
Please report.
Shut up.
We can't.
Josh?
We can't hear you.
Is that Josh Gritty?
Josh,
It
Giddey,
literally makes me angry.
the man's free.
The second part that makes me angry about this post is, of course, it was uploaded by Bleacher Report.
That's
Who else would upload that?
I never sneaked on you date.
The best part is that it was reported by TMZ, so goodness knows if it's actually real.
Yeah. And then the
Everything's
tweet
coming out of
attached
there.
to this post. Josh Giddey will not face charges following Newport Beach Police Department's investigation into allegations that he had an inappropriate relationship with a minor. Do you guys know who's from Newport Beach, California, where this all took place?
Wait,
That guy you don't like that used to be a Bowling Green hockey player.
No.
OJ
He's from
Simpson.
Pittsburgh. That's another reason to hate Pittsburgh. He's from
Is it
Pittsburgh.
OJ Simpson?
No.
Karl
it
Malone.
Even
Karl
funnier. This is hilarious.
Oh God! Wait! Wait! Is it Wander? No, Wander's
No.
not. No,
No, he's
he's,
Dominican.
he's foreign.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with like any situation like that. It has something to do with us.
Michael Blust.
No.
Let's do it.
Brandon Hawkins is not
I don't
from
know.
there.
I got nothing. I
Is it an athlete that we've interviewed?
Not that we've interviewed, but we spent a lot of time talking about this person. No.
Draymond.
funny?
Oh my God! I don't know who.
None other than offensive superstar Matt McDonald.
I'm sick of it.
He's from
If
Newport
that's
Beach,
that,
California.
There's our title map. Sick of it.
I thought it was. Oh my God! He's naked.
So many options.
But yeah, that post pissed me off for those 3 reasons. So I thought that
Oh
I would
my
share it with you
God.
guys.
Oh,
'cause
but by the way,
Forgive me, I
Woj did
guess.
tweet 20 minutes ago that on the post you hate that they were unable to corroborate any criminal activity.
Corroborate.
That's the
That's not real
that's the language.
Do you guys
that
think the
Woj
Pacers are NBA championship contenders if Tyrese
Yeah.
is healthy?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Now,
healthy?
I'd say so. Yeah.
Now- now
if
that-
Tyrese stays healthy, yes.
Yes.
All right. I love
Dropping 20 and
Wrap the pod.
15 assists.
that. With no
Wrap it
assist.
up.
Yeah, with no turnovers. Nuts.
All right. This concludes episode number
God.
122. Excuse me. This concludes episode 122 of the Hot Take Sports Podcast. Make sure to follow us on all our social medias at Hot Take Sports 16 and drop your best hot take. HTS at SeatGeek for $20 off your first purchase. NBA and NHL and NFL playoffs are coming up. SeatGeek, HTS, $20 off of your first purchase. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you all next week.